choke, no joke. Chicky choke, no joke. Yo. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. The boy is home.
Why the Alfred plea, Gunna?
He's not making any statements right now, guys. Thank you.
Anything you can say for fans or supporters?
We have a... My head's spinning. I haven't slept in a while. We have a press release that I think we issued.
Thank
Do
you.
y'all have a copy?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Why the Alfred plea, Gunna?
He's not making any statements right now, guys. Thank you.
Anything you can say for fans or supporters?
We have a... My head's spinning. I haven't slept in a while. We have a press release that I think we issued.
Thank
Do
you.
y'all have a copy?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You are looking at the star witness in the YSL trial, allegedly. Boy, if you don't think part of him getting out is that he got to testify, allegedly that Young Thug is the head of the YSL CMB crime family, you are looking at G Money in the flesh, New Jack City ATL. Was it that glass dick you was tucking on? Woo, this nigga got his home. Yo, this nigga got time served for months for Rico. Woo. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I got to turn into Superman for this one. Word is bond. Oh, man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hey. This one go out to my man Gunna, man. Check it out. Choke, no joke. Learn from mistakes. DJ S&S the Great. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. Best day of my life, no sleep all night. Broke day for weeks, my cash was right. My capo tight, take our loot, unite. 23-hour shifts had us elude like Mike. Cash lovely, yeah, Dougie. How could this day get so ugly? Wifey bout to pop like some bubbly. Yo, through those 9 months, you really bug me. Felt like a star, cop first car. Get up with the guard, what it is, baby paw. You about to cop a van, get up with our mans. Before we reached our low spot, toes blam. Unaware what happened, discussing the clapping. It wasn't loud, ain't shit gon' happen. Me being stupid instead of getting they moving. This nigga kept chefing like the woo one. Then we heard a knock, no one knew of this spot. 6 niggas in the spot, 6 niggas not. Ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. I'm in the precinct all damn even. This good cop, bad cop shit got me steaming. No, I was caught, I ain't give a fuck. Had jokes like the usual suspects line up. Book times up, came back fuck. Shirt wrinkled up, my pigs roughed me up. Time's up, heard them clink of the cuffs. Niggas was so deep they had to call on the bus. Everybody the checks outside waiting on us. Like ghetto celebs, our cells ain't plush. 5 in the book and gave a whooping. He never forget, they gotta be split. Up in the courtroom, they cause it ruckus. Everybody in the checks waiting on us. Try to bail us out, that thought got thrown out. Bill one so high, I couldn't bear half a nigga out. Copped out, that's what first fell in the bow. Back on the bus, Rikers the row. Wifey in the courtroom crying out. We love y'all with tears running in their mouth. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first time felon. No telling when you be a first time felon. Choke no joke, learn from mistakes. Keep chasing that paper, you gonna catch a case. DJ S&S the Great. Choke no joke, you already know. Truth be told, all day, every day, even on the holiday. Got about 11 days of Christmas. On the 11th day of Christmas, my cutie gave to me a pair of socks. That's all the guys get for Christmas, a pair of socks. On the 11th day of Christmas, my wifey gave to me a pair of socks from Target. On the 10th day of Christmas, my wifey gave to me the electric bill for me to pay for the family. On that 9th day of Christmas, my wifey gave to me. Her back said she didn't feel good to have sex. She wanted to go to sleep. On that 8th day of Christmas, my wife gave to me a goddamn headache. So, choke no joke. If you didn't know and you just tuned in, you just came in, you can hit the like, you can hit the subscribe if you know, or you can wait till the end of the show if you think you're not going to enjoy it. It's up to you. But the algorithm needs to be flowing. So if you got love for the brother, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new here. But if you did not hear, the boy Gunna is home. Now, what does this mean? In my opinion, he's going to be the star witness in this case.
Why the Alfred plea, Gunna?
He's not making.
Why the offer plea? To get out of jail, sir. To get the get out of jail free card, sir. He's smiling too. As soon as he get out that door. Why does this girl got on gloves? Is she an agent? Is this lady an agent? It's not that cold out there.
Why the Alfred plea, Gunna?
He's not making any statements right now, guys. Thank you.
Anything you can say for fans or supporters?
We have a. My head's spinning. I haven't slept in a while. We have a press release that I think we issued.
Thank
Do y'all have a copy?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
My guess here is that he's going to be the star witness in this case. If you think he got out, he pled guilty to RICO, and he got out for time served for RICO. The trial ain't even started yet. He said he was gonna fold. People said they was gonna fold when they showed that old clip of him on the news. I don't know if y'all ever saw that. Let me see if I can pull it up. Now, this is a old case where Gunna, you'll see what happened, but y'all will know this Gunna on the news. And when people saw this, they would like, and this case came out, they like, Gunna, I don't know if he's built for this. I don't know if he's built for this. Right? You look at this clip, and after this clip, y'all get back to me and y'all tell me what y'all think. And I will be using this clip under the Copyright Act, fair use, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. Okay, and I will keep it up in the top corner. And I would like for y'all to check out Gunna on the news back in the day.
I mean,
If y'all don't recognize, this is Gunna right here. That's Gunna right there. That's Gunna right here, if y'all didn't recognize it. And this is why a lot of people said that this day would come, that he would cooperate or plead guilty, or he wasn't going to trial. Gunna wasn't built like that. This is the reason why. And you can watch this and see how his train of thought is. Like, I'm not going to jail with the rest of y'all. Let me take it. Yeah. Now that y'all know this is Gunna right here.
cruise with Norwegian and enjoy free unlimited open bar, free special.
So that's why a lot of people said that this day will come where they knew Gunna wasn't built for this type of situation and he would cooperate. But we'll wait and see what his plea agreement is. But we know one thing. Part of his plea agreement was for him to be home for Christmas. You know, that man home for Christmas. Now, is Young Thug scared right now? They probably had a conversation. He probably told him, yo, nigga, go ahead. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Or he might be blindsided. We don't know. We're going to find out in a minute. But let's see what they said as far as his release. All right, here we go. Let me get the youngin up here real quick. If T had to do Crime Stoppers, I could imagine the stuff this dude gonna have to do. Okay. Atlanta rapper Gunna has been released from jail after he pleaded guilty to a racketeering conspiracy charge in a sweeping gang indictment against him, rapper Young Thug, and several other alleged members of the Young Slime Life criminal street gang. Gunna's real name is Sergio Kitchens. As he faced the judge, the rapper entered a negotiating plea known as the Alford plea, in which a defendant doesn't admit he committed the crime, but acknowledges that it is in his best interest to plead guilty. The charge Gunna faced was one count of conspiracy to violate Racketeering, Influence, and Corruption Act. Gunna was sentenced to 5 years with 1 year served in prison. The 1 year sentence was commuted to time served. The 4 year remaining balance on his sentence has been suspended and will be subject to special conditions, including 500 hours of community service. After the sentence came down, the rapper released a statement saying, "While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements. I have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for any or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. This nigga got the best deal ever. He said, nah, I can't take the deal. I can't take the deal. They gonna say I'm a snitch. I can't testify. They gonna say I'm a snitch. I can't. 137. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Despite saying that he will not testify, it is a condition of Gunna's trial that if he testifies, if he is called, though he can claim the Fifth Amendment. Gunna, Young Thug, and 26 others were arrested in May in a sweeping gang indictment that claimed YSL is a violent criminal street gang that has committed multiple murders, shootings, and carjackings over the course of a decade. Prosecutors said that the rappers promoted the gang's activities and songs and on social media. In his statement Wednesday, Gunna said that when he joined YSL in 2016, he didn't consider it a gang, but more like a group of people from Metro Atlanta who had common interests and artistic aspirations. My focus of YSL was entertainment. Rap artists who wrote and performed music that exaggerated and glorified urban life in the Black community. Gunna said he cherishes associations with YSL music and always will. During Gunna's court appearance Wednesday, the judge read out stipulations of the plea agreement that Gunna then responded to. The rapper swore that he has personal knowledge that members of or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang, but seemed distant himself from the YSL gang versus the YSL label. Let me read that again. The rapper swore. Hold on. During Gunna's court appearance Wednesday, the judge read out stipulations of the plea agreement that Gunna then responded to. The rapper swore that he has personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang, but seemed to distance himself from YSL, the gang, versus YSL, the label. I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and my music indirectly furthered YSL, the gang, to the detriment of my community. Gunna acknowledged on the signed statement. YSL as a gang must end. This nigga, he said dry snitching. How can he put out that statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered the YSL gang to the detriment of my community. Gunna acknowledged on the signed statement. YSL as a gang must end. Gunna also attested in the plea deal that he was in a car with Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, when officers pulled him over and found hydrocodone, methamphetamine, and a firearm inside. According to the plea agreement, Gunna claimed the gun and drugs weren't his. It's unclear if anyone else was in the car at the time. How is this nigga giving all these statements and saying that he didn't negotiate or do a deal or tell, like, what the hell is he talking about, dude? You put all this in the plea agreement. Gunna also attested in the plea deal that he was in the car with Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, when officers pulled him over and found hydrocone, what's it, hydrocodone, methamphetamine, and a firearm inside. According to the plea agreement, Gunna claimed the gun and drugs weren't his. It's unclear if anyone else was in the car at the time. Per the plea agreement, the rapper will have to perform 500 hours of community service, a substantial portion of which will require him to speak to young people about hazards and immortality of gangs and gang violence. He is also not allowed to carry a gun during the term of his sentence. If he violates the term of the plea agreement, the district attorney has the right to revoke his suspended sentence. Alleged YSL co-founder Walter Murphy also negotiated a plea deal in the indictment on Tuesday, according to his lawyer, Jacob Hudson. Hudson and Murphy has already been released, and that Hudson and Murphy has already been released, and that he will not testify about the conduct of any individual and defendants. Hudson said the ways that Murphy has changed his life he got out of prison was a major factor in the deal. Young Thug remains in jail. His trial is set to start in January. Damn, they fucking nigga folded right before the trial, bro. Damn, son. I didn't even realize the trial started next month. Wow. Well, Let's move on to the next story. How could he say those things though? How could he put out that statement? While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements. You did. Have not been interviewed. Haven't you not been interviewed? You had to be interviewed to do the plea deal. You had to negotiate. Somebody had to. Have not cooperated. You cooperate when you don't go to trial. When you do a plea deal, you cooperate. You agree to a deal. Hold on, let's look at this real quick. Let me see something. Like I don't think they think people out here is smart or something.
Guilty plea. Staying on top of this breaking news tonight, within the past 45 minutes, Atlanta rapper Gunna walked out of the Fulton County Jail. The rapper, whose real name is Sergio Kitchens, entered a negotiated guilty plea, what's known as an Alford plea, allowing him to also maintain his innocence. Gunna was in jail on racketeering and conspiracy charges, part of a large gang indictment that includes rapper Young Thug and other alleged members of YSL or Young Slime Life gang. And also today, alleged YSL co-founder Walter Murphy negotiated a guilty plea in the RICO indictment ahead of the trial scheduled to start next month. New at 6, Channel 2's Mark Winnie is live at the Fulton County Jail with what all of this means today. Mark.
Yeah, some big stuff said in court today. We got wind that something was going on in the YSL case, hustled down to the courthouse, got there in time. I shot the hearing on my iPhone. It is a major, major development in a major case.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
That Sergio Kitchens, perhaps better known as music star Gunna, was gonna get out of jail soon, seemed apparent early in the hearing as Fulton County Deputy District Attorney Adrian Love went through the sentence that would be recommended.
5 years to serve 1, commuted to time served, balance suspended. And the parties agree that upon completion of the special conditions that I will enumerate, the suspended sentence will terminate by consent order.
The Fulton County District Attorney's Office says Gunna pled guilty to the single county faced in a sprawling indictment focused on the alleged criminal street gang YSL against him and more than 24 others. Conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. The guilty plea entered as what's called an Alford plea, where a defendant doesn't admit he committed the crime, but acknowledges it's in his best interest to plead guilty.
If called by any party in this case, you will testify truthfully, but reserve any Fifth Amendment rights or privileges against self-incrimination. You agree to perform 500 hours of community service, a substantial portion of which will require that you speak to young men and women about the hazards and immortality of gangs and gang violence, and the decay that it causes our communities.
A Sergio Kitchens press statement suggests in the case of his Alford plea, he's, quote, maintaining my innocence toward the same charge, unquote. It says, while I've agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. In court, some startling statements.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that the statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wearing hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm.
Bro, he didn't cooperate? Did you just hear what he just said? Yo, my nigga, yo, he's right there, yo. Hey, yo, do not, hey, yo. This is a conspiracy trial to say that YSL is a gang. He just said, yes, it's a gang. He just hung Thugger. What the hell is he talking about? Young Thug is saying, yo, this ain't no gang. You just said it was a gang. Yo, bro. And he gonna sit there and put out that statement? Yo. Hey, yo, do not let this dude, my Jedi mind trick y'all young people. This is cooperating. This is telling on his man. I'm not saying he's right or wrong for it. I'm not saying he was in the gang for it. But I'm saying what he's doing is he put out a statement saying that he did not cooperate, he didn't tell, he didn't do nothing. He wasn't interviewed. Nigga, you are being interviewed right now. She's asking you questions. That is an interview. What are you talking about?
But reserve any Fifth Amendment rights or privileges against self-incrimination. You agreed to perform 500 hours of community service, a substantial portion of which will require that you speak to young men and women about the hazards and immortality of gangs and gang violence, and the decay that it causes our communities.
Sergio Kitchens' press statement suggests in the case of his Alford plea, he's, quote, maintaining my innocence toward the same charge, unquote. It says, while I've agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. In court, some startling statements.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that the statements are truthful, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yo, do he think we stupid? Do he think we stupid? You saying this and you walk right out to jail right after this? And you saying you didn't cooperate? Yo, bro, come on, yo. Just keep it real, bro. Just keep it real, bro. She just asked you that you have knowledge that YSL committed crimes as a gang, and you say yes, bro. So what do you think was going to happen when the trial comes and they call you up there? What, you going to plead the fifth and say, yo, I don't want it because it might incriminate myself? Boom, boom, boom. They're going to have what you just said right now in court. Even if you don't go to court, you just gave the statement, bro. Who you playing with? Anybody telling y'all different don't know the law. I don't have a law degree, but I got a damn law degree in these streets. He ain't got to go to court and testify right now. He just said it on record. He just did a cooperation deal. So no, he might not have to go to court and sit on the stand and say it. You just said it, bro. That you know for a fact that YSL members committed crimes as gangs. You just sent Thugger up the river, dog.
For or against any party in the case and have absolutely no intention, have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, just in the case of his offered plea.
Gangs and gang violence and the decay that it
He's a
causes our
hypocrite.
communities.
Sergio Kitchen's press statement suggests in the case of his offered plea, he's, quote, maintaining my innocence toward the same charge, unquote. It says, while I've agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. In court, some startling statements.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that the statements are truthful, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You and the gang, and you have personal as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens.
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
And a gang, the music label and a gang, and you label and a YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present.
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
Bro. Fonny, you got him. You got him, Fonny. Fonny Willis got him. Yo, Thugger, cop out, Thugger. Thugger, you might as well go ahead and cop out, bro. Thugger, cop out, bro. Round up all your niggas up in the goddamn yard. Tell everybody go ahead and take the deal, yo. Go ahead, yo. Or you don't go get 100 years keeping it real. Go ahead and your man the Foley. Gunna, yo Thugger, go ahead and just cop. Cop out, bro. Tell your lawyers get you a deal, bro. This nigga is good. Y'all are cooked. Y'all are cooked. Gunna's like Asriel Clary in the R. Kelly case right now. Like his testimony is everything to send y'all up the river for the rest of y'all lives. Thugger, I know y'all, I know y'all in the jail. Y'all got y'all phones. If y'all watching, Go ahead and plead out. Make it easy for Fonnie. Make it easy for yourself. Don't go to trial. This dude just sold y'all niggas up the river. He's your bro. Somebody put Sergio snitching. Yo, leave Sergio Kitchens alone. He did what he had to do for his family. He Alpo. Yeah, he did what he did for him. Okay. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. 1 second.
Shot the hearing on my iPhone. It is a major, major development in a major case.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
That Sergio Kitchens, perhaps better known as music star Gunna, was gonna get out of jail soon seemed apparent early in the hearing as Fulton County Deputy District Attorney Adrian Love went through the sentence that would be recommended.
5 years to serve 1, commuted to time served, balance suspended. And the parties agree that upon completion of the special conditions that I will enumerate, the suspended sentence will terminate by consent order.
The Fulton County District Attorney's Office says Gunna pled guilty to the single count he faced in a sprawling indictment focused on the alleged criminal street gang YSL against him and more than 24 others. Conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. The guilty plea entered as what's called an Alford plea, where a defendant doesn't admit he committed the crime but acknowledges it's in his best interest to plead guilty.
If called by any party in this case, you will testify truthfully, but reserve any Fifth Amendment rights or privileges against self-incrimination. You agree to perform 500 hours of community service, a substantial portion of which will require that you speak to young men and women about the hazards and immortality of gangs and gang violence, and the decay that it causes our communities.
A Sergio Kitchens press statement suggests in the case of his Alford plea, he's, quote, maintaining my innocence toward the same charge, unquote. It says, while I've agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. In court, some startling statements.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that statements are truthful, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
A YSL indictment includes Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug. His attorney, Brian Steele, has said,
Mr. Williams committed no crime.
Judge Ural Glanville.
I find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I find no factual basis for your plea,
and I'm going to accept your plea as tendered and as negotiated.
Now, Jacoby Hudson, defense attorney for...
You heard the judge said that your plea is negotiated, and he said he didn't negotiate. You heard what the judge just said at the end? Listen.
YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
A YSL indictment includes Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug, his attorney...
To the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
A YSL indictment includes Jeffrey...
Now that right there, what did he made a statement? YSL as a gang must end. That is acknowledging that YSL is a gang, nigga. The charge is conspiracy that YSL is a gang. You are saying that they are a gang. Thug is saying it's not a gang, it's a record label. You are acknowledging that it is a gang. You have acknowledged that you know for a fact that YSL has committed crimes as a gang. How do you say you didn't tell, nigga? Yo, bro. Y'all gotta, do not let this dude Jedi mind trick y'all and spin y'all. He just sold his man up. He said YSL is a gang. He said he know for a fact that YSL committed crimes. Fonnie and them could pull him on the stand and said, oh, what crimes that do you know for a fact that YSL committed? And Thug is stuck. They got testimony from Thug's right hand man. Even if that his business partner, that's somebody that's close to him. All the songs and everything they got together, he's a credible person to say that he saw Thug and them do crime under YSL. Just one more time, and then I'm going off to the Megan thing and the Tory and the Kelsey, because that's even juicier than this. But yo, Gunna, you cannot say that you did not tell on them. You cannot say that, bro. You cannot say that. You on camera in court. You just ain't know that man was in the court filming. You are on camera, bro. You have sold your slime out, bro. Yo, Thugger, cop out, bro. Go ahead and cop out, man. Go ahead and do 10 years, 5 years. If they gave him 5 years for this, go ahead and cop out, yo. Do your time, come home, still have some money. You know what I'm saying? Don't play, Thugger. Thugger, do not play. This nigga already implicated you. Go ahead and tell your lawyers, yo, get me the best deal. The trial's next month, bro. They put the pressure on them. Oh, you know the trial next month, right? Oh, you could go home for Christmas, be home for New Year's. You can't leave the country. We need you close. But you could go home and have Christmas with your family. You know the trial next month. You got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks. All right. YSL is a gang. YSL is a gang. Yes. I seen them do crimes. Yes, I seen them do crimes. Yes, YSL is a gang. It has to stop. It has to stop. It has to stop. Can I go home now? Thugger, Thugger, pull all your boys in the yard and say, yo, we all copping out. Everybody cop out and come home in a few years. Don't go to trial and goddamn, this nigga, it just sold y'all out. Do not do it. Gunna, you got to own this, man. You got to own it, man. You got to own it and say, yo, I did what I had to do. I wasn't going to jail. I just wanted to be a rapper. You got to own it. Do not come out here and act tough, bro. Don't come out here and try to say, yo, I didn't tell, I ain't do nothing. Bro, let these kids know the truth. Yo, I was scared for my life. All I wanted to do was rap. I was not going to be no stand-up dude and go to jail with them. Tell these kids the truth, Gunna. Tell these kids the truth, bro. Why you did what you did. Do not sit here and try to act like you kept it real. And all y'all rap dudes, if y'all go around this dude running y'all mouth, y'all better make sure he butt-ass naked. And even butt-ass naked. The way that technology is right now, nigga might have a chip in his head with a microphone in it. Y'all rap niggas, hey, if you see any rap niggas hanging around Gunna, you already know how they get down. Any dudes running around with Gunna after this, you know how they get down. You know who they rock with. Anybody you see hanging with Gunna after this, any rappers doing songs with him, you know how they get down. You know how they get down. Ain't no way in hell you gonna sit here and watch him in court answer these questions and say that he did not cooperate, he did not tell when he said YSL is the gang. And it has to end. The gang has to end. The gang has to end. Bro.
Williams against him and more than 24 others. Conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. The guilty plea entered as what's called an Alford plea, where a defendant doesn't admit he committed the crime, but acknowledges it's in his best interest to plead guilty.
If called by any party in this case, you will testify truthfully, but reserve any Fifth Amendment rights or privileges against self-incrimination. You agree to perform 500 hours of community service, a substantial portion of which will require that you speak, but reserve any Fifth Amendment. If called by any party in this case, you will testify truthfully.
Doesn't admit he committed the crime, but acknowledges it's in his best interest to plead guilty.
If called by any party in this case, you will testify truthfully, but reserve any Fifth Amendment rights or privileges against self-incrimination.
Oh! Holy shit. Yo! Holy, I missed that part. I missed that part. Part of his plea agreement. He has to testify by any party that calls him in the case to testify, and he got to tell the truth, and he can only plead the fifth on the stuff that will self-incriminate him. Oh, this nigga here. This nigga here say he didn't tell. Oh, no. Nigga, no. Part of your plea agreement is you got to testify. And you can only plead the fifth on stuff that's going to incriminate you, not Thugger. And you agreed to tell the truth. which means you already told them something that they know is an ace in the hole. That's why they did the deal with you, allegedly. Bro, y'all got to forward this one. I know y'all like this video. I know y'all like this video. Or I got time today. Y'all need to forward this one. Get everybody up here for this one, y'all. I need to give y'all a few minutes. Call me Kojak. I'm ready to go shave my head bald. Tell these survivors. Kojak, boy, I cracked this one. Yo, bro, I didn't even catch what she said. Part of his plea agreement, he has to testify if any part calls him. Listen.
Act. The guilty plea entered as what's called an Alford plea, where a defendant doesn't admit he committed the crime, but acknowledges it's in his best interest to plead guilty.
If called by any party in this case, you will testify truthfully, but reserve any Fifth Amendment rights or privileges against self-incrimination. You agree to perform 500 hours in this case, you will testify truthfully.
Guilty.
If called by any party in this case, you will testify truthfully, but reserve any Fifth Amendment rights or privileges against self-incrimination. If called by any party in this case, you will testify truthfully, but reserve any Fifth Amendment rights or privileges against self-incrimination. You agree to perform 500 hours of community service, a substantial portion of which will require that you speak to young men and women about the hazards and immortality of gangs and gang violence, and the decay that it causes our communities.
A Sergio Kitchens press statement suggests in the case of his Alford plea, he's, quote, maintaining my innocence toward the same charge, unquote. It says, while I've agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. In court, some startling statements.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that the statements are truthful, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
A YSL indictment includes Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug. His attorney, Brian Steele, has said,
Mr. Williams committed no crime.
Judge Ural Glanville.
I find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I find no factual basis for your plea, and I'm going to accept your plea as tendered and as negotiated.
Now, Jacoby Hudson, defense attorney for YSL case defendant Walter Murphy, confirms that late Tuesday, Murphy pled guilty to a racketeering conspiracy count and has been released from the Fulton County Jail already. Hudson says Murphy will not testify about the conduct of any other individual defendants. Hudson indicated how Murphy changed his life after he got out of prison was a major factor in the deal. Reporting live outside the Fulton County Jail, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
This holiday, surprise your loved ones with a heartfelt gift from Maui Diapers Jewelry. Visit us on
Brother. Y'all get that kite to Young Thug. Tell him go ahead and cop out, man. Let me tell you. They got him on record saying he joined YSL in 2016, which is going to give him access to know about crimes from 2016 till they got arrested. He acknowledges YSL is a gang. That's 2 slam dunks for Fonny. He admits that he's part of YSL. He joined it. And then he admits that it is a gang as well as a record label, right? Then he admits that he was in a car with Thugger and where there's guns and drugs. So that gun is now Thugger's, right? And the drugs, because he said it wasn't his, and he's released, he's free. So they ain't charging with it. He gonna testify. He gonna have to testify that it wasn't, that the gun and stuff wasn't his. He's not gonna be able to plead the fifth on that, right? Because he's saying it wasn't his. Then he also says that he knows for a fact that YSL committed crimes under a gang. Fonny is slam dunk with Gunna on. If the jury sees how once they show how close Gunna and Thugger is, and then Gunna goes and says, "Oh yeah, YSL is a gang." Oh yes, I was a part of the gang, so I know it was a gang because I was a part of it. I was in the car with him with drugs and guns. The gang has to stop. When he says the gang has to stop, that's like G Money turning on Nino Brown, talking about, yo, CMB got to stop, man. Yo, we can't be doing this no more, Nino. CMB got to stop, man. That's all we got. That's all we got, Nino. CMB got to stop. Oh, why I got to stop? Because now y'all got caught, you got arrested. Before it was gang, 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 gang. All the hand signs, all the handshakes. Y'all was cool. Now the gang got to stop because you went to jail. Now I got to stop because you went to jail. If you ain't go to jail, you still be out here gang, 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 handshaking it up. Now I got to stop because you got to see the inside of a prison cell. It been had to stop. Gangs supposed to stop a long time ago. Because yes, they are a detriment to our community. But don't go sit there and fold on your man like that. I know you're not going to walk around here and think everybody's supposed to respect what you did. Like 6ix9ine. Come out here, Gunna, tell these kids the truth. This gang stuff will get you in jail. Tell these kids the truth. Don't come out here acting all tough. Yeah, I ain't tell. Nah, I ain't cooperate. I ain't do nothing. Nigga, you negotiated a deal. You sat there and said YSL is a gang, bro. You just said you just sold. You was in the car with Gunna and the drugs and guns wasn't yours. You said the gang got to stop, bro. You said the thing that made you rich got to stop. The thing that made you famous got to stop. Keep it real with these kids, Gunna. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm off with Gunna.